Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be going over long multiplication. All right, our first example we're going to look at is 325 times 6. All right, the first thing we're going to do, we're first going to multiply 6 times 5. That's going to give us 30. I'm going to write my 0. I'm going to carry my 3. Then we're going to do 6 times 2 plus 3. That's going to be 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 more is 15. So I'm going to write my 5 and carry my 1. And then we're going to do 6 times 3, that's 18, plus the 1, that's going to be 19. So your final answer is going to be 1,950. So let's try the next example. Let's try 846 times 7. First, we're going to do 7 times 6, and that's going to give us 42. I'm going to write my 2 and carry the 4. Next, we're going to do 7 times 4. That's 28, plus 4 more. We're adding 4, plus 4 more is going to be 32. I'm going to write my 2 and carry the 3. And then we're going to do 7 times 8, that's 56, plus 3 more is going to be 59. Okay, so your final answer is going to be 5,922. Let's try 653 times 12. First, we're going to do 2 times 3. That's going to give us 6. Write down my 6. Then we're going to do 2 times 5. That's 10. So I'm going to write my 0, carry the 1. And then we're going to do 2 times 6 plus 1. So 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So I'm going to write 13 here. All right, now we are going to the tens place. So before I do that, I'm going to add a little 0 here. So we'll just call this a placeholder. Sometimes you'll see a regular 0 as your placeholder. Sometimes you'll see a dotted 0, or you may see like an X, or you may see like an asterisk. Just saying that those are your placeholders. But in this video, I'll just use a 0 with 3 lines under. So I'm done with the ones place. Now we're going to the tens place. So I no longer will be multiplying with this 2 anymore. I also no longer need this 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So I'm going to write 3. And then I'm going to do 1 times 5. It's 5. I'm going to write 5. And then we have 1 times 6. And that's going to be 6. And then when you get to the bottom here, you need to add. So we're going to add 6 plus 0. That's 6. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. And then 1 plus 6, that's going to be 7. So your final answer is going to be 7,836. So let's try this example here. 806 times 55. So we're going to first multiply 5 times 6. That's going to give us 30. I'm going to write my 0, carry the 3. Then we're going to go 5 times 0. Remember, anything times 0 is 0. But in this case, we have 5 times 0. That's 0 plus 3. So that's going to give us 3. And then we have 5. That's going to give us 40. So I'm going to write 40 here. Okay. Now that I'm done with the ones place, I'm going to add a little placeholder here so I can remember that was the ones place, because we're no longer using this 5 anymore, and we're no longer using that 3 anymore. So now we're going to the tens place. So 5 times 6, that's 30. I'm going to write my 0 and carry the 3. Then we have 5 times 0, that's 0 plus 3 is 3. And then we have 5 times 8, and that's going to give us 40. So I'm going to write 40 here. And don't forget, when you get to the bottom here, we're going to add. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. 0 plus 3 is 3. 4 plus 0 is 4. And then you have your imaginary 0 here. So 0 plus 4 is going to be 4. So your final answer is going to be 44,330. What about 795 times 14? Okay, we're starting with the ones place. 4 times 5 is 20. Write my 0, carry the 2. 4 times 9 is going to be 36, plus 2 more is 38. I'm going to write my 8, carry the 3. And then we have 4 times 7, that's 28, plus 3 more is going to be 31. Now we're going to the tens place, so I'm going to add a placeholder here for the ones place. I'm no longer going to multiply that 4 anymore, no longer need this 2 or this 3. Now we're going to the tens place now. Okay, so now we have 1 times 5, that's 5, write my 5 here. 1 times 9 is 9. And then we have 1 times 7, and that's going to give us 7. Now we're going to add. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 5 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. Write my 1, carry the other 1. And then you have 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 7 is 11. So your final answer is 11,130. So let's try this example here. 999 times 22. We're going to multiply from the ones place. Always start from the ones. So we're going to do 2 times 9. That's going to give us 18. I'm going to write my 8, carry the 1. Then we have 2 times 9 again, plus 1. So 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 more is 19. I'm going to write my 9, carry the 1. And then we have 2 times 9 again is 18, plus 1 more is 19. So I'm going to write 19 here. Now we're going to add my little 0 here as my placeholder. Don't forget, this is your placeholder here. I'm no longer going to multiply this 2 anymore. I no longer need this 1 or this other one. I'm crossing them off so that we do not get confused. Okay, so 2 times 9 is 18. I'm going to put my 8, carry the 1. We have 2 times 9 again is 18, plus 1 more is 19. Write my 9, carry the 1. And then we have 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Now we're going to add. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. Write my 7, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. Write my 9, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. Write my 1, carry the other 1. Don't forget there's an imaginary 0 here. So you have 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So your final answer is going to be 21,978. All right, what about, let's try 623 times 45. Okay, remember, start with the ones place. We're starting here. 5 times 3 is 15. Write my 5, carry the 1. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1. That's going to give us 11. Write my 1, carry the other 1. And then we have 5 times 6. That's 30, plus 1 more is 31. I'm going to write 1 here. Next, we're going to our tens place. So I'm going to add a little placeholder here so I can remember. No longer need this 5 anymore. No longer need this 1 or this other 1. So now we're here. So we're going to multiply 4 times 3 is 12. Write my 2. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 more is going to be 9. And then we have 4 times 6. That's going to be 24. Now we're going to add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 9 is 10. Write my 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. And then you have an imaginary 0 here. So 0 plus 2 is 2. So your final answer is 28,035. Let's try this example here. 582 times 325. So first we're going to do 5 times 2, that's 10. Write my 0, carry the 1. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 1 is going to be 41. So I'm going to write my 1, carry the 4. And then we have 5 times 5, that's 25, plus 4 more is going to be 29. So I'm going to write 29 here. Okay, so now I'm going to add my placeholder for the ones place. So I no longer need this 5 anymore, no longer need this 1 or this 4. So now we're working in the tens place. So 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going to write 4. 2 times 8 is 16. I'm going to write my 6, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Okay, so now that we're done with our tens place, we're going to the hundreds place. So now I'm going to add 2 placeholders now. So now we're working here. Okay, so now we are working in the hundreds place. So 3 times 2 is 6. Write my 6. 3 times 8 is going to be 24. Write my 4. Carry the 2. And then you have 3 times 5, that's 15, plus 2 more is 17. So I'm going to write 17 here. And now we're going to add, oops, I went right through my placeholders. All right, so 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. And then 1 plus 4 plus 0, this is going to be 5. 9 plus 6 is going to be 15. 15 plus 6 more is going to be 21. Write my 2. And then we have 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 4 is going to be 9. And then we have our imaginary 0 here. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. And then you have 0 plus 1, that's going to be 1. So your final answer, I'll write it up here, is going to be 189,150. Okay, let's try this example here. 9,438 times 165. So first we're going to start with our ones place. So we're going to do 5 times 8. That's going to be 40. So I'm going to write my 0, carry the 4. Then we're going to do 5 times 3. That's going to be 15. Plus 4 more is 19. Write my 9, carry the 1. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 1 more is 21. Write my 1, carry the 2. That's a 2. And then 5 times 9 is 45. Plus 2 more is 47. Okay. So now we are going to add our placeholder here. I'm no longer going to be using the 5 and the ones place anymore. No longer need this 4, this 1, or this 2, because we're working in the tens place. So we're going to do 6 times 8. That's going to be 48. Write my 8, carry the 4. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 4 more is going to be 22. Write my 2, carry the other 2. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 2 more is 26. Write my 6, carry the other 2. And then you have 6 times 9, that's 54, plus 2 more is going to be 56. So I'm going to write 56 here. Okay. Now I'm going to add 2 placeholders now. This is a placeholder for the ones. This is now a placeholder for the tens, because now we're working on the hundreds place. Okay, so now we have 1 times 8, that's going to be 8, write my 8. 1 times 3 is 3, write my 3. 1 times 4 is 4, write my 4. And then 1 times 9, that's going to be 9. Okay, now we're going to add. So when I get down here, we're going to add. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 0 is still 17. Write my 7, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. Write my 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. Write my 7, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. Write my 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 9 is going to be 15. So your final answer is going to be 1,557,270. Okay. What about 1,067 times 225? Start with the ones place. We're starting here. 5 times 7 is 35. Write my 5, carry the 3. 5 times 6 is going to be 30, plus 3 more is 33. Write my 3, carry the other 3. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. And then you have 5 times 1, 1 is going to be 5. Okay, so now we are going to the tens place, adding my placeholder here. No longer using this 5, no longer need this 3 or this other 3. We're going to the tens place. So 2 times 7 is 14, write my 4, carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 more is 13, carry the 1. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And then you have 2 times 1, which is here, that's going to be 2. Okay, so now we're going to add 2 placeholders because I'm working in the hundreds place now. I no longer will be using this 2, no longer need this 1 or this other 1. We're working right here in the hundreds place. So 2 times 7 is 14, write my 4, carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. Write my 3, carry the 1 here. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is going to be 1. And then you have 2 times 1, that's going to be 2. Now we're going to add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 4 plus 0 is going to be 7. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is going to be 10. Write my 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Write my 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 more is going to be 4. And you have your imaginary 0 here. 0 plus 2 is going to be 2. So your final answer is going to be 240,075. Let's try one more example. 5,121 times 216. 6 times 1 is going to be 6, starting with our ones place. We're going to do 6 times 2 is 12. Carry my 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. And then you have 6 times 5, that's going to be 30. I'm going to write 30. I'm going to add my placeholder. Now we're working in the tens place. No longer need this 6 or this 1. We're working here in the tens place. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 again is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Write my 5 here. Okay, So now I'm going to add 2 placeholders because I'm working in the hundreds place now. So 2 times 1 is 2, write my 2. 2 times 2 is 4, write my 4. 2 times 1 is 2. And then you have 2 times 5, that's going to be 10. So I'm going to write 10 here. And when you get here, we're going to add. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 1 plus 0 is going to be 3. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Write my 1, carry the other 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 2 more is 10. Write my 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. And then your imaginary 0 here, 0 plus 1 is going to be 1. So your final answer is going to be 1,106,136. The key is to be successful in your long multiplication problems is to make sure your numbers are lined up properly. All you're doing is multiplying this number to this number to that number, this number to that number. Then you move on to the tens place. You multiply this number to that number, this number to that number, this number to that number. And then you keep going until you have no more numbers here. Okay? And always remember that when you get down here to add, but you have to remember to add your placeholders so that you do not get confused. So the trick is to line up your numbers and keeping your numbers as neat as possible, okay? So that's it for today, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. All right, bye, guys.